Hello students, welcome to Exergic Aptitude YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn about a very important yet interesting concept of English language, which is known as prepositions. Let us look at the sentences which have been given on the board. Karan lives at 10 Park Street in a studio apartment on the top floor. Right? Notice that we use the word at before 10 Park Street, in before a studio apartment, and on before the top floor. These words in, on, and at are known as prepositions. Let's look at the next sentence. Jan's brother is an engineer, but he is out of work at the moment. I'm busy right now, but I will be with you in a moment. So here I have used at before the moment and in before a moment. The next sentence, my car is at the garage. It will be repaired in 2 hours. So I say at the garage, but in 2 hours. So this is where the importance of which preposition to be used in which context comes into play, and that's what we're going to be learning in this lecture. Before we begin, let's try to understand what prepositions are. So preposition is a word or a group of words used before a noun or a pronoun or a noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, relationships, or to introduce an object. So if I want to talk about the location or the time or the direction or establish some sort of a relationship between two nouns, two noun phrases, or two pronouns, that's when I use a preposition. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. So on is the preposition, and I am using this preposition to establish a relationship between the book and the table to talk about the location of the book. The book is on the table. There is an interesting story in the book. So I'm again talking about the location of an interesting story. There is an interesting story in the book. So both of these are prepositions used differently to show different relationships. Examples of some prepositions are in, on, at, by, into, above, below, to, beside, after, along, for, till, of, besides, until, unless, about. These are just some examples of prepositions. There are many examples of prepositions, and in this lecture we're going to learn about in, on, and at. We're going to look at the uses of these three prepositions, what makes them different from each other, and we are also going to look at some exceptions of those uses. Prepositions are often tricky and confusing to select, although there are some general rules that we can follow in order to select the correct preposition for 80 to 90% of the times, but there are always going to be exceptions. It is impossible to cover all prepositions in one video, and it is also not possible to look at all the uses of a particular preposition in one video. So whatever we are going to learn in this lecture is going to be helpful for most of the questions that you have to tackle, for most sentences that you will come across, but there will always be some uses which we may not be covering here. The prepositions at, on, and in are used generally to show time and to show place. So let's begin with their applications in time. The first preposition we look at is at. At is used when we want to talk about a very specific time of the day. When I want to talk about a specific time of the day. For example, she met me at 5 o'clock. The fireworks will go off at sunset. I'm talking about a specific time of the day. At sunset, right? At midnight, the clock strikes 12. The meeting will start at 5:30. I read my daughter a story at bedtime. So I'm talking about a specific time of the day, at bedtime, at midnight, at 5:30, and that's when I'm going to use the preposition at. What about on? On is going to be a bit broader. So I'm talking about a specific day, right? Or a specific date. For example, will you meet me on Monday? Banks have annual closing on 31st March every year, right? So before a specific date, 31st March, we use on. And we also use on before a specific day. So on Monday, right? Let's go for a movie on Sunday. On New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve is a specific day. So I'm going to use the preposition on before it. Last year we met on Republic Day. Republic Day comes every year at the same date, right? So I'm going to be using on before it. So at is a specific time of the day and on is for days and for dates. So it's a bit broader. And the broadest of them all is in. So I'm going to use in for longer periods of time. For example, it is really cold in January. So January is a month. A month is a longer period of time. So I'm going to be using the preposition in. In 1918, the world was hit by the Spanish flu. So before a year, before a month, before a period of time, we are going to be using the preposition in. Women did not have voting rights in the past. So the past again is a longer period of time. So I'm going to use the preposition in. Women did not have voting rights in the past. In the future, we will be seeing more of electric vehicles, right? So these are some general rules that you can follow for selecting the preposition at, on or in as per the context. Also remember that for evening, morning and afternoon, we use the preposition in. So let's go for a walk in the evening, right? But for night, we're going to use at. Is this clear? So for evening, morning and afternoon, I'm going to be using in. I have a meeting in the afternoon, but I'm going to be using at for night. I do not like going out at night. Is it clear? Now let us look at the applications of the same prepositions in place. Starting with at is used when I want to talk about a very specific location. So maybe an address or a specific location. So for example, she bought new shoes at the mall. You could also replace it with the name of the mall. So she bought new shoes at the city mall. So when I'm telling this to a person that she bought new shoes at the mall, both of us know which mall I'm talking about, right? So if I know which mall I'm talking about, if I'm referring to a specific mall, that's when I'm going to use the preposition at. I have reached at the airport. So if I call someone up and I say I have reached at the airport, both of us know which airport we are talking about, right? So it's a specific location and that is why we say at. You can also think about I have reached at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. At the crossroads, there is a quaint little bookstore, right? The meeting is at the conference room. We met at a party last night. So we met at a party last night. So at a specific location. We met at a specific party and that's why we are going to use the preposition at. Is it clear? So I'm talking about a specific location. You also use at before addresses. So as we saw in the first sentence that we looked at, Karan lives at 15 Park Street. So 15 Park Street is a specific address. So for that specific address, I'm going to use the preposition at. Moving to on is going to be a bit broader. For on, think about surfaces. So if I want to use the preposition on, I always have to think of a flat surface. The book is on the table, right? The book is lying on the table. So table is a flat surface. On that, there is a book, right? The body was found lying on the floor. Many tribes reside on the island, right? So on the island, on the surface of the island, there are many tribes. The HR office is on the 8th floor, right? So if I'm talking about floors, that's also when I use on. So for on, always think about surfaces. Banaras is on the way to Kolkata. Banaras is on the way to Kolkata. So it's something that comes on the way. That's also when we use on. So always for on, think about roads, think about streets, think about flat surfaces. Flat surfaces also mean lakes and rivers and oceans. So you could also say there is something floating on the lake. Look, there is something floating on the lake. So if I say on the lake, I'm referring to the surface of the lake. Is it clear? The third preposition is in. In is used for in two instances. First one is when I want to talk about a bigger area. So if I want to talk about cities and countries and states, I live in India. In is also going to be used when I'm talking about the inside of a closed space. I am in a classroom. Let's look at some examples. She met me in New York. So New York is a big city. It's not a specific location. It's not a flat surface per se. So we are going to use in. She met me in New York. The salt is kept in the kitchen. The salt is kept in a enclosed area, that is the kitchen. We kept some plants in our balcony. Is it clear? Again, if you think about water bodies, there are many sharks in the Pacific Ocean. So if I say there is a ship on the Pacific Ocean, that means on the surface, but there are many sharks in the Pacific Ocean, that means inside the water body. Is it clear? So at for very specific addresses or very specific locations. On will be used whenever I'm talking about a surface. So think about roads and streets, flat surfaces. Think about water bodies like lakes and oceans and rivers, but only if I'm referring to the surface of it, right? In is used for the broadest of all areas. So if I'm talking about cities and countries and states, it is also used for enclosed spaces. Is it clear? Let us quickly go through some practice questions. I want you to pause the video and attempt the questions on your own. Pause the video, jot down the answers somewhere and then match them as I proceed. This video is going to be absolutely useless for you if you do not pause the video and try to attempt the questions on your own. It will give you a good judgment of whether you have understood anything till now or not. So please pause the video and attempt the questions. The first one, what are you doing? Dash Saturday, dash noon. So what are you doing? Dash Saturday. Saturday is a day. So before a day, we always use on. So what are you doing on Saturday? Is noon a specific time of the day? So we are going to use at, right? So what are you doing on Saturday? At noon. What are you doing? Dash the weekend. Think about the context in which a sentence like this would be framed. So if I'm talking to someone, what are you doing? Dash the weekend, then of course I am talking about a specific weekend. Both of us know which weekend I'm talking about. So it has to be at. What are you doing at the weekend? They often go out dash weekends. They often go out dash weekends. What are weekends? Weekends are Saturdays and Sundays. Again, they are days, so it has to be on. They often go out on weekends. We usually have a holiday dash the summer. Think about it. Is the summer a specific time of the day? No. Is it a specific day? No. Summer is referring to the months in which we have the summer season. At least in India, the summer is pretty long and we have somewhere from March to June, July. That entire time is the summer season. So it's a long period of time, and whenever we have long periods of time, we're going to use in. We usually have a holiday in the summer. We generally have a holiday dash Christmas Day. Christmas Day again is a specific day. Whenever we have a specific day, we use on. So we generally have a holiday on Christmas Day. Sneha got married dash 1992. 1992 is one long period of time. So it has to be in. She got married in 1992. But Pooja is getting married on 5th of February. Is this clear? So 5th of February is one specific day. So it has to be on. So she got married in 1992, but she is getting married on so and so date. I do not usually travel at night. We saw this in the evening, in the morning, in the afternoon, but at night. I do not usually travel at night. He's going to retire dash 2 years time. 2 years time. Focus on this 2 years time. 2 years time is a long period of time, and whenever I have a long period of time, I'm going to use in. So he is going to retire in 2 years time. Is this clear? Let's look at some more practice questions. My parents live dash Kolkata. So my parents live, Kolkata is a city, so my parents live in Kolkata. In is used for larger areas, right? The train stops dash Kolkata. The train stops dash Kolkata. So train is going from one location to another and it is stopping at a particular location. So notice the difference. My parents live in Kolkata, but the train stops at Kolkata. Is this clear? Notice the difference. Look at those people littering dash the museum. Look at those people littering in the museum. They had to stop for an hour dash the toll plaza. So they had to stop for an hour at the toll plaza. If I'm telling this to someone, both of us know which toll plaza am I referring to. I'm referring to a specific toll plaza. So they had to stop for an hour at the toll plaza. The painting hanging dash the wall reminds him of his family. So is the wall a surface? Yes. So whenever I'm talking about surfaces, I'm going to think about on. The painting hanging on the wall reminds him of his family. Is it clear? There is a do not disturb sign on the door. Again, the door here is a surface and there is a sign on it. Is it clear? I left my wallet at her place. I left my wallet at a specific location, right? At her place. Rohan lives in a small village in the Alps. Write your name dash the bottom of the page. Think about it. Write your name. Am I asking you to write your name at a specific location? Yes. So it will be at. Write your name on the sheet of paper, but write your name at the bottom of the page. There is a label on the water bottle. So there can be a label on the water bottle. Karan lives at 10 Park Street. So look at the sentence that has been given on the board. They have two offices dash this city. One of the offices is dash 15 Gandhi Road. There is a popular cafe dash the corner of the same street. I want you to fill in the blanks with the prepositions that we just learned. That is at, in, and, on. Right? Fill in the blanks and comment below your answers. The correct answer will be uploaded in the first comment of the video within 24 hours. So don't forget to comment and then check it with the answer that is posted. I hope you found this video helpful. We'll be uploading more videos on prepositions and their uses very soon. If you have any questions or any doubts from this lecture, please post them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. All the best.